What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? It's your boy Ed Honcho. Running a little bit behind schedule, but it's all good, man. We're gonna make a shake. We're gonna talk about this Rockets pregame action. We're gonna get a little bit of that in, and hopefully we'll have a little time to possibly crack the sauce line open. All that good stuff, man. Let's get this intro cracking, and then let's make it happen, man.
Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications.
What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation, Rockets fans, whoever you may be, however you stumbled across this little old spot on the tube? It is your boy Ed Honcho, aka your Houston homeboy, your Houston homer. This is Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer channel. So that means we're talking about all teams, but only Houston. All sports, but only Houston. But with that being said, tonight we're going to focus on, the first sauce of the night. We're going to focus on the Rockets taking on the Denver Nuggets, and we will have the round table later on, 8 p.m. Will be some Sauce Society after that, and late on the late night will be a Kush Den tonight. So it'll be lots of flavor coming down. If you fuck with your boy Ed Honcho this evening, if you just fucking with the flavor, if you just fucking with the sauce, if you fucking with the den and the society and all the other good things, I appreciate all the love across the board. So y'all know how we start this thing off, man. Y'all know how it goes. First and foremost, let's get that roll call action in. You know what I'm saying? If you're not from the city, man, shout out your city, town, state, country, planet, galaxy, universe, however you get down, you know what I mean? And if you are from H-Town, man, make sure you shout out your side with pride so I can show just a little bit of love. It's the very least I can do for y'all coming through. So, like I said, as we getting that going, as we getting it all together, Duck Scout. Let me see who the first five. Who were the first live five to slide in the sauce tonight? We got Joseph, Brandon. I'll make sure we get that right. Joseph, Brandon, Duck. Who else? Who else we got up in here? I can't count myself. If I could count myself, I would count myself. Jimmy T and that boy Jay Dizzle from the land of the trio. What's the motherfucking deal? All right. So with that being said, who else we got slide? That's the first live at 5. We got Dalton, Jeremiah. We got Acres Holmes, man. And I still got to holler at you, man. That's my fault. That's my fault. You say inches away from the SWAT. Yeah, man, it's going to be lots of Honcho going down today. You know what I'm saying? I already know Cleveland all the way out there, way in Ohio, showing love from the Milky Way. You talking about, now look, are you from the Milky Way, the galaxy, or are you from the Milky Way candy aisle? You know what I'm saying? And you ever getting some snacks and shit. Now, I got to know. It's a big difference. Shout out to Humble, real family in the house. What's the motherfucking deal? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? My dude Wise always showing love, man. Yeah, man, I had to put a little Zochi on the stream, show him a little bit of love, man, just because he don't ever get no shine, man. So I had to give Zochi a little bit of love. He gonna kick it in the stream with your boy tonight, man. Man, what's up, Corpus Christi? Could be from Cleveland, Texas. They both about just as far, it seemed like shit. Cleveland seems like it's the other side of the motherfucking world, man. But let's see. So let's talk about it, man. Y'all already know how we get this thing going. So as we get a roll call in, and say it's a little bit shorter sauce instead of normal. I try to do 45 before the pregame. We'll be a little bit behind. Let's get into the 3 points to ponder, and then we'll go from there. We'll get all that other good action in. So the first point, I'm saying, I had to throw Gerald Green a little bit of love, and he ain't been in the mix in a while. But we trying to do the dirty dozen in Denver. You know what I mean? Denver's a damn good team. Let's not sleep on Denver. We got a stretch of real good teams coming up after this All-Star break. But you saw what we just did to the T-Wolves, and that's number 4 in the West. Right behind San Antonio. You got Denver, who's been balling. I think they just beat San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. And Jokic he's been had 2 or 3 triple doubles in a row. Been balling out of control. But we're on the streak, and we got something to prove to the rest of the NBA. We got to sustain this lead. If wherever we are now, I got to check exactly, but because they went over OKC, but I think we still have the lead. And we take this win. We got to keep this streak going. It's very important, man. You know, it may not mean shit to the rest of the world or the rest of the country because they'll try to find ways to disparage what the Rockets are doing, what's happening down in H-Town. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to acknowledge it. They didn't want to acknowledge what the Astros were doing when the Astros were kicking everybody's ass. This is a similar story to the Astros, actually, because the Astros were, think about it. Like I say, the Astros came out the gate balling last year. I mean, was just shitting on everybody, similar to how the Rockets were. Had a couple of little injuries, kind of hit some rough patches, you know, and it was like, oh, what's going on with the Astros? And as people started healing back up and then, you know, getting back into the rotation, you know, they started to take their rightful place where they deserve to be as one of the better teams, if not the best. And the end of it all was the best team in Major League Baseball. So the Rockets are following a similar path, man. We've had lots of injuries. Starters have been out, key contributors. But, you know, the national media won't talk about this. They don't acknowledge Ariza. He's a rotational piece. You know what I mean? Let me get this point out of my face because I'm talking. Y'all get green and hard. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm speaking. But, you know, they don't give us love. They won't give credit where credit is due. And, yes, I went and finally got a chair, so no more squeaky fucking chair. Shout out to everybody who showed love through the super chat love and everything like that. So yes, I definitely went to get a chair, and the next move is going to be making an upgrade. So maybe we can upgrade to some at least some 1080p action, you know, to get a clearer stream going in. So that's going to be the next move. But like I say, I appreciate everybody who contributed and showed a lot of love through the sauce, and so no more squeaking. I know that shit could be harmful on the ears. But so I feel like the Rockets right now are doing what they got to do. They're going on another nice double-digit streak. And everybody that we face is beatable. But not to overlook anybody, I'm anxious for March 3rd. That's the game that I've been waiting on. That's the game that I want to play, and that's the game that counts more than any other to me. But let's go ahead and get to the second point to ponder. And let me check the chat while we're talking about that. Matter of fact, I need to... Where was it? I said about 4 minutes. About 4 minutes in here. Capella. Probably, I want to say it was that last Denver game when I went in on Capella and I was talking a whole bunch of shit. Okay, I talked a bunch of shit about Capella, and it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that I was talking shit. It was just saying that he could do so much more. And then I think somebody went ahead and they took the clip and they went ahead and sent it to him because, you know, Capella, he never misses a sauce, you know what I'm saying, especially the Rockets pregame. Even when he got to go play, he called me up, hey, man, Honcho, you know, I love them pregame shows. Make sure you keep them coming. Now, that absolutely does not happen. But it sounds good, right? The thing about that is I think since that game, because that was against Jokic and, excuse me, and he went in that game and had a great fucking game, dog. Or it could have been one of the first Minnesota games, but I want to say it was that last Nuggets game that I talked a bunch of shit. And you know what I'm saying? What's up, Rashad John? I gotta get the right groove in the saying all that shit. But yeah, Capella's balling, man. Heidi, what's the deal? Yes, I did trash. I did trash Cap. You know what I'm saying? Clutch City Gaming, where is that? What's that about? I want to check that shit out. What's up, Hector? What's the motherfucking deal? You say Capella's going to have a 2020? Porter Ranzis? Okay. So she's going to be the MVP next season. That would be the greatest story you ever heard. Let's see, there you go. I ain't got nothing. I was being constructively critical of Capella. I was not hating on Capella. I was just saying, you know, I'd like to see him do better against, you know, better bigs. And let me move this out the way. And that, you know, ever since that game, he's really stepped it up a notch. And I don't know if that was like a turning point for him, because like I say, he seems to be much more aggressive. He seems to be playing harder. I don't know what it is, but it seems like Capella has turned it up just a hair. Maybe he's upset about getting snubbed for the All-Star game. I don't know. But I like what I see from Capella, and he's actually solidifying his case for the Rockets having a real big three. Because we have Chris Paul and we have James Harden, and Capella's good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say he was the equivalent of what Chris Bosh was to the Miami big three, but Capella's good, and he plays his part. He plays his role. But not always as not he averages a double double of course, but I'd like to see him have a average a little bit more because I'm greedy. Okay, and I'm gonna keep talking shit again because I want him to go off again. But like I say, Nikolai is what had like 2 or 3 triple doubles in a row. He's been balling. Uh, I mean, playing some great games. Triple doubles for a big man, assisting and everything. So Clint, like I say, could have been a good game that evening. Might have stepped it up a notch, may have turned the corner, and he may be ready to ball tonight. He may ready to be to solidify himself as one of the better bigs in the league. Like I say, right now he's up there, and he's already talked about, thinking it's going to be an easy decision on what he's going to do in the offseason. So that sounds like he's coming back to Houston, and it shouldn't be a problem, which is what I like to hear. But I wouldn't say Clint's the top big in the league, as a lot of people want to make him. I like him. I like what he does. He still has a little bit of ways to go, though. But I'd put him closer to that upper echelon. But let's get to the third point to ponder. CP3, co-MVP. What do you guys think about that? How do you guys feel about a lot of the talk, a lot of the narrative going around that says that if CP3 wouldn't have been injured, he'd be in the mix for the conversation for MVP. And this is what I hate. And I say I like it and I hate it for 2 reasons. Why I like it, because of course that shows that you got to recognize what he's been doing, and he's been playing great basketball. But part 2 is how easily they'd be willing to give CP3 credit for the MVP conversation when they're so quick to want to take it away from James for any little thing. Like it took half the season before people wanted to really start saying that, okay, yeah, James is by far and away leading the MVP race right now. When he's been doing the same shit like all year. So it is what it is. So that's the part I don't like. But the part I do like is that, CP3 getting the recognition that he deserves. Should have been a fucking all-star. But, and I feel bad for Jimmy Butler for sitting out the all-star game because he said he was too tired and all that shit, or he wanted to rest the all-star week or whatever, and then fucking around and tearing ACL. That's very unfortunate. So, we will definitely keep that in mind. So, now, as I say, we got to expedite this sauce just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a raffle. What do we got? All right, make you have to type a little bit. And this one will be and I'll have everybody's sauce together for the round table tonight. So we're gonna make this one nice. 5,000. And that looks kosher. Okay, and while we do that, it's about the 13-minute mark. So we got to get our bold predictions in. All right. I don't want to know your score predictions. See, the mark my words is not the score prediction. Score predictions and mark my words are 2 completely different things. Now, I've reiterated that statement in multiple ways, saying the same thing a few times just now. Come on, man, don't even start writing on my boys OG like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay respect to the GOAT. Excuse me. So, mark my words. I want to know what you guys think. I want bold predictions. I want y'all to put your name on it. If you really feel that way, put your name on it. Hey, Unique, how you doing this evening? Good to hear from you. Man, I'm gay, but it doesn't matter. Capella MVP. No, it doesn't matter if you're gay. It's your life to live. Say captain option route. Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like teams they don't know how. You don't know how to. You say he's not MVP. You say Capella plays our system well. They say top 10 this year. I agree with you. He needs to produce more playing with other bigs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I think he will. Oh man, Oladipo. Yeah, Oladipo probably damn near. He damn near deserved it. He proved a whole bunch of people wrong. What about fucking Russell Westbrook, man? come on, dog. Like, he had no talent around him, but this dude go off and he's killing it for Indiana. But it is what it is. Okay. Well, damn, I only must have had this raffle on for like a minute. Well, it's all good. All right, so let's get the Mark My Words action going. And then we'll try to get the sauce line open for a second or two. But if not, we'll definitely have it open for the round table. And we'll get a prediction here. So we got Jeremiah puts all his macaroni on Houston, making 17 3-pointers. Is that bold? Is that bold? I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to see about how bold that is. Cause you know Houston, shit, they drop 10 and a quarter every now and then, man. You know what I'm saying? 71 3-pointers for the 7-1-3. Joseph Gaines say Capella went to 2020. Okay. Man, so it turns out, speaking of games, I do have a fucking, like, I don't remember making the fucking shit, but I do have a Twitch account. I think I may start fucking with it every now and then for some reason. See how that shit works out. So that maybe when I play, play if I get any games in with Sauce Nation, and that way I can just stream them to the Twitch thing. Because I'm pretty sure more people fuck with Twitch than fuck with Mixer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say I know the Rockets will win, so you've been focusing on the Stros. How about them Stros? ISO Dro. You say ISO? Joe drops 20. No, it don't matter. Just shit. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter about like the gay thing. It's like I say, especially when you get older, you got to start saying fuck all that extra. Those are all distractions. You just say, look, as long as you respect my boundaries, dog, you do whatever the fuck you do, man. But as long as you stay on your side of the fucking lie. Now, anytime you start getting disrespectful, then we have issues. Real Family says 42 points for James Harden. I can see it because for some reason, like I said, as good as Denver's been, the only loss they've taken in the last 9, 10 games, something like that, has been the Rockets. They've been dusting everybody else off. The Rockets end up blowing their motherfucking ass out the water, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Harden with the triple jub. All right. Yeah, like I say, I think Harden is really finna start kicking it up a notch into MVP caliber performance. I think he wants it this year. He wants a championship and he wants that MVP. He's been owed the MVP at the very least. We may not have had all the pieces necessary to really compete for a championship, but your side of the line is never walking by. Everyone say Capella gonna get the triple. Oh no, gonna quadruple tonight. You think he gonna Kemah Olajuwon? He gonna try to outdo. He gonna try to outdo Jokic by go ahead and get the quadruple double. Say fuck all your triple doubles you done got. Let me show you how to do it like the OG Akeem Olajuwon. I don't know about that one happening, but hey, this is your Mark My Words, and you get to put down whatever you want. Let me see. See, I'm worried about playing too many minutes to get MVP. I don't know. I mean, he's always played a gang of minutes. The guy that I'm actually more interested in playing all the minutes is Capella. He's I think they said he played all of 1,500 minutes last year, and he's almost at. He said he's like 1,415 or something like that already, about 100 minutes away from his total minutes last year. And then the thing about that is also he's actually been playing a few more minutes. Yeah, he's actually the last, I want to say, 5 or 6 games. I want to say at least the last 5 or 6. I got to start keeping better notes. I've been in and out, not very consistent the last few days. Yeah, I apologize for no sauce yesterday. I had to take an off day for that one. But like I said, he's been averaging 30 minutes a game, so he's definitely stepping it up a notch. So I'm not mad at Capella. He's doing a bunch to get it up. Did Michael Jordan have tattoos? No. Do y'all think this will be it for Nene to see? He's my favorite. I hate to see him go. Um, I don't. What contract did he sign? Didn't he sign for a couple of years though? I knew it was supposed to be something like they couldn't do a 3-year contract, something with the age thing going on. And they had to end up changing it up, but it was basically the same contract. But because I remember first there was like a little bit of a dispute, so he has a couple of years left under contract. So I don't think this will be the end of it. So we'll see. Because I mean, I think he still has some good years left in him. Uh, you like fat girls? We all like fat girls. This is South Sports. This is the BBW haven of sports talk. Oh, that's funny. That's funny as shit. Um, oh, we're gonna talk about that. We're definitely gonna talk about all the good football talk that took place, things that are going on. We're gonna be in the roundtable, so trust me, the roundtable has plenty of flavor to splash on that. So this is what we're gonna try to do. We'll try to see what's up. I didn't prepare it as I should have, but we'll crack the sauce line open and let's see what we got going on over here. Let's see if we can turn this the right way. But if y'all want to call or text in to the sauce line, and y'all want to, we're talking Rockets only right now. All right. So remember, like I say, this is the Rockets pregame. If y'all want to talk Texans and all that, then save that for about 8 o'clock. We'll be doing the roundtable action. So if y'all got football questions or Astros or anything like that, make sure you save that for the roundtable action at 8 o'clock because it will go down. They will definitely go down. Sporting the Hitler mustache in the Haynes commercial. Man, look, Jordan has gotten away with a lot of tomfoolery that we gonna talk about that one day too. 'Cause I want to talk about this Jordan being the greatest conversation. Because there's some things that people just don't want to talk about. Oh, actually, I should have hit this button right here. There we go. Do 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 do. Just to remind y'all, because y'all be acting like y'all don't be. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that right there. Like y'all don't be seeing the sauce. All right, cool. So, and cut that off. But, so, as I was saying, mark my words this evening. I think that Chris Paul, the guy who wears jersey number 3, aka CP3, I think Chris Paul goes off this game. Chris Paul has been consistently improving. I don't know the unknown, so we'll see. Let's see what happens with the unknown. Let's hope that the motherfucking yeah. Let me put the right fucking earpieces in so I can make sure I can hear this shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Hello.
Hello.
What's the motherfucking deal?
What is up?
Do what? He's like a live message. I can't hear nothing.
I
Anyway. So y'all hung up before I could hit the hang up button. Anyway, sound like y'all was up to some tomfoolery and shenanigans there, but it's all good. I have no idea. I was trying to adjust the thing, so I only caught the end of it. But it is what it is. Like I said, ha. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Yes. So anyway, as I was saying, so hopefully it should be sounding a little bit better. But like I said, you can call in, you can text in, whatever sauce line. We'll get that going for a few minutes until the game gets started. But really, like I said, I think that CP3 this game is going to go off, and he's going to continue to, fuel the narrative as to why he should be in the MVP conversation. in the conversation, but definitely not leading it. All right, let's see. We'll try calling back again with the unknown call. What's the motherfucking deal?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. What's going on?
The Rockets are good.
It sounds like somebody going through some puberty or something. How you doing? It's either somebody, grandma, or somebody, going through the changes. You know what I mean? But it's all good anyway. Appreciate you at least utilizing the sauce line. That's more that some folks be scared to call in. So I ain't gonna even trip on that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right now we small in the sauce. Eventually one day we'll have a call screener. I have no idea what the fuck it is, but that shit is fucking funny. But anyway, while we're entertaining that tomfoolery, okay, we got another coming in. What's the motherfucking deal?
What's good, Honcho? This Brajan calling from the Jersey spot.
Really? What's the deal? What's going on?
How's everything, man?
Everything's good. Let me see if I'll make sure you can you hear me a little clearer? You got to hear me on the echo.
No, I hear you good.
Okay, cool. Making sure. So what's up?
Now I'm about to get ready to watch this game, man. I'm on 5 minutes over here on the east side.
Okay, man, give me a score prediction, man. You said you calling in. I'm about to drop the score prediction. I want you to give me a score prediction. What you think it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be 127 Rockets to 110 Nuggets.
Okay. Say 120.
Because if anything, 127 Rockets. 110. I get a Nuggets 110.
Okay, cool. 127.
Because they good offensive team. They still good defensive team. You don't want to sleep on them, but we had their numbers, as of late.
Yeah, that's definitely not anybody gonna want to see in the playoffs. They're gonna give somebody some trouble in the playoffs. They're a good team. It's just that, like you said, we've had their number as of late, so we've been able to handle them. But shit, they have definitely been smoking some of the competition though.
Ain't that the truth, man? But like I said, we got different pieces to throw at them, so we'll wind them down. We give them that Ali type fight, We don't go for the power blow,
Yeah.
Hit them up a little bit. We win by the scorecard.
Already.
But like you were saying, this is the final. This is the final countdown, man. It's time to see who really wants that first seed, and I really believe that if we could conquer that'll put us in an amazing position to try to win this West thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely not even just for the Warriors, but I just feel like for everybody that we face along the way, just to give us a little bit of an easier route. We need every advantage that we can, especially this year trying to go into the situation. I feel like we're the better team, but there's always going to be some odds that are out there working against you to try to prevent you from succeeding. So having home court advantage would definitely be a plus.
I think one of our main advantages, actually, when we see those Warrior boys is, because, again, you don't want to disrespect their 4 All-Stars. But one of the things that give me a good confidence is if you take the Rockets starting 5 and the Warriors starting 5 and you sit them down, our bench alone could destroy their bench.
Oh, yeah.
Iguodala is not really playing that well. Not saying these people I'm mentioning can't, adjust, because that's what they do and that's what they've been built for the past few years. But you're really going to depend on a Livingston and Iguodala, Old West, and we got boys coming off the bench that is in need of a chip. You got Joe Johnson that needs that ring. You got Green, just a week before he signed with us, was in Houston sitting watching the games on his couch with his dog. So we got a lot of people that's just like, we put our pants on one leg at a time, just like y'all, and we're not playing with you.
Exactly. Got some guys that's hungry. Man, that's a BET, Rashawn John. I appreciate Rashawn John. I keep saying Rashawn John. Rashawn John, I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm going to hang up on the line, but I appreciate you spilling your sauce, man.
Take to that, But I'll let somebody else grab some sauce on the line. It was always a pleasure hollering at you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Man, that's a BET. I appreciate you calling in. All right, make sure. I don't know if it was kind of catching out at the end there. What That's a BET, man. Man, I appreciate you calling in, Rasha John. You know what I'm saying? Definitely splashing some sauce on the line, as opposed to the young trolls, the young prepubescent trolls who were calling in earlier trying to do whatever y'all was talking to. That's what I'm talking about. That's the eventually we're gonna get plenty of callers like Rasha John calling in. And we have folks who do call in, you know what I'm saying, and spill they flavor. I know more people prefer the Texans, you know, necessarily than over the Rockets. So hopefully I'm demanding some calls whenever we get the round table cracking, because y'all know that it's always going to definitely be some interesting conversation going in. This time I ain't answering the unknown call because it's already actually after the time for the game to get started. So I'm going to make my score prediction, and I'm going to call it a wrap, and we're going to get up out of here. But let me see. So thinking along the lines, I mean, he's actually pretty close to what I'm thinking. The way the Rockets are playing and the way that they've been handling teams, they've been starting off a little sluggish early. Excuse me. And I think that this is going to be kind of a similar situation where they start off a little slow earlier. It could be about a tie game at the half. Actually, Rockets may be down just a bit. But I still see the Rockets ending up coming out of this one on top. And like I said CP3 going off. I want to say CP3 gets a triple-double tonight. I feel like James Harden ends up being probably the leading scorer for the Rockets. I'm going to say with 38 points. And I'm going to say CP3 is going to have a 25-point triple-double. And their final score, I think Joe Johnson gets some shine. Wright finally gets in the game. I think they sleep on my boy Green a little bit. I think the final outcome, you get 119 to 103. I'm going to call that the Rockets, and only because the Nuggets kind of get in close after it's kind of garbage time. You know, some of the other folks get in, you know, and they kind of bring the score back within reason a little bit. So that's what I'm rolling with. Okay, so I see 124-104 Rockets already. We got to talk about some Nuggets in this motherfucker. So let's see. Oh, there you go. What is up, Cheater? Look, we chilling, man. Look, we ain't getting that much PT. Oh man, our road commentary is always it's not quite. He shot that one from Sugarland, but it'll do. I prefer our commentary over motherfucking me. Most of the folks that are out there. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I see you Ducks got over there talking shit. I just got some very interesting tweets, and like I say, if one of these things doesn't happen, I may be real upset. We'll see what happens. Like I say, so make sure y'all tune in. 8:00, we're gonna have a round table going. After the round table's over with, there will be a Sauce Society this evening, and there'll be a Kush Den after the Sauce Society. So it'll be plenty of action going on this evening. So, like I say, we'll take a little bit of a break. We'll see y'all around 8:00. Have this thing ready and rolling. After that, hopefully the Rockets should have secured and be well in the lead by that time. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's been fucking with the flavor. I sincerely appreciate everybody who has been coming through and contributing to the sauce by calling in, by sharing on their favorite social media platform. So I encourage you, if you enjoy what we're doing here, if you enjoy the Sauce Sports Network, be sure to share the link to the live streams. If it's other Texan Tubers channels that you enjoy, share their links on your favorite social media. Let people know what's going on out here. We don't just have to rely on ESPN and FS1. They're not showing us no love anyway. There's plenty of folks out here who are helping to digest that information and show what's really relative to our teams, and not just a bunch of bias, not just a bunch of national media haters who really don't give a fuck about us. So, you know, if you enjoy that, man, show a little bit of love back and, share the different Texan Tubers channels, share the sauce. Like I say, we'll be back in it at 8 o'clock, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in and spend a little bit of time with your boy. I expect to see you 8 o'clock. 116 to 112 McNuggets. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, y'all stay saucy. I'm out. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all stay saucy.